It is day 3 in the trial of 2 Knoxville teenagers facing murder charges in the death of 16-year-old Stanley Freeman Jr. Rashan Jordan and Deondre Davis are being tried as adults. Thank you for watching 10 News at 5. I'm Robin Wilhoit. 10 News reporter Grace King joining us now with an update from day 3 of the trial. Grace.
Well, Robin, today we heard from a number of KPD employees who testified about their roles from the crime scene to the investigation to the search warrants. And one of them testified about the evidence that they're using from the cell phones that we expect to come into play either tomorrow or later on this week. I want to bring in attorney Don Bosch for some insight on those. How critical are cell phone records like photos, tower pings like that becoming to cases these days?
Well, nowadays they're absolutely important if the evidence can be captured. As I understand it, and as the table was set by the state today, with these witnesses testifying about what they have, what they gathered, that they've got at least 2 kinds of cell phone evidence that will be positional in nature, that is, be able to place the defendants at or near the crime scene at the time the alleged offense occurred. As you can imagine, that is very powerful evidence. They have both GPS and what we call cell tower evidence. Cell tower evidence is less precise. It usually works within a few hundred feet. The GPS evidence can put you nearly on top of the scene. They may also have screen grabs from social media, things that were posted by use of the cell phones. So those are all very important and can be very troubling for a defendant that's defending a murder case.
And I assume that's becoming more and more into play as technology becomes kind of everywhere with you.
Yes, you can hardly go anywhere where you're not captured on camera, where your phone does not provide evidence that either supports or negates your defense, and where other electronic devices are not capturing your movements, your behaviors, your position, things that become very relevant to a case.
For sure. And what other kinds of data or evidence can be used in these kinds of cases that you think might be key to this case?
Well, virtually anything could. Of course, you have the traditional things like eyewitnesses, and as we know in this case, there was one eyewitness that has since been murdered, so there will be likely no testimony or no statements from that person. But you know, every business now has a surveillance camera. You think of red light cameras out there to place a car in a certain location at a certain time. You have Ring doorbell cameras. And then again, with the cell phone evidence, both possessed by the defendants and possessed often by the victim, you find remarkable things and remarkable substantial evidentiary things that put you right at the scene of a crime, or alternatively, give you an alibi to put you not there.
For sure. Well, thank you so much. And again, we've seen all of those kinds of records from surveillance video to Ring doorbell cameras that the state is using to build their case about where Rashan Jordan and Deondre Davis were at the time of the shooting, as well as the days after. We'll keep you updated with our live team coverage throughout the week.
Grace, we do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And as Grace said, we will continue covering this trial from gavel to gavel. We will bring you updates each day, both on air and online.